You should consider the field of music therapy as a career if you're a person who is creative and forward-thinking.
I knew I didn't want to be a teacher, that's not really my thing, but I wanted a job where I could combine my love of music, science, and my passion for helping children. So music therapy was a perfect avenue for me to do that.
The nice thing about music therapy too is you can work with premature infants all the way up to older adults in hospice care. So you really get a wide variety of people across any walks of life, and you get to work with them all in regards to music and in therapy.
Okay, so one misconception I had about music therapy before I started here at UMKC was that it was going to be more music-based. And I mean, it is very music-based. But there's a lot more thought that goes into the therapy side than I had realized, which I mean is great. Because it's not like we're just doing music in hopes that the client will improve in what area they need to improve on without any kind of direction from us, but all the music is chosen to kind of push them in that direction and help them with the skills that they need to develop.
When it comes to a therapeutic relationship between a client and a patient, it's important for the music therapist to be on their toes and observe what the client needs in order for their needs to be met as you as a music therapist. I chose UMKC because of all the different opportunities I have here in the city as I progress my career of music therapy. There are over 30 practices for me to observe and volunteer and have practicums at, where I can get to see all kinds of different people and populations that spark my interest. For example, I am a current volunteer at Children's Mercy Hospital, where I get to see all kinds of different patients from all kinds of different backgrounds and ethnicities, where I can just bring music to them and lighten their day.
When I decided to do music therapy, at that point there was no music therapy accredited program in Nebraska, where I'm from, and so I had to look out of state, and UMKC was one of the first schools that showed up in my searches, and I just loved it because it's first of all, a very great music school, and it's a big enough area that it gives us lots of opportunities, but the campus itself is small enough to where we get lots of individualized help, and we can get a lot of different practice and ideas thrown around that way.
And the cool thing about UMKC and why I chose music therapy here was because Kansas City has a ton, and I mean a ton, of music therapists in the area. So when we talk about like clinical experience, especially if you're comparing it to like how a music educator will go student teach, we have our own clinical experience that we have to do, and you can go work in a hospital, go work with kids. I was fortunate enough this last semester to go to the Kansas School for the Blind and work with a lot of the clients there. So you have a lot of options here at UMKC to go wherever you want. And that's why I really like UMKC.